Both my two sons were born. I love this country. I've watched it over the last several years struggle. I've watched the litigation that passed last year. I watched the stimulus bill be passed. I watched the TARP bill be passed. I watched health care be shoved down our throats. I watched the illegal immigrants be coddled and allowed into the country. And at the end of the year, I could not run for Congress. As a United States citizen, I felt it was my duty and my responsibility to stand up, not complain, take the bull by the horns, and do what had to be done, and my friends, here we are. Let me contrast something between my opponent and myself. I would think you'd want a congressman in office who had life experience and common sense. I have 35 years of healthcare experience. My opponent does not. I have 30 years as a college educator. My opponent does not. I have 30 years as a businessman. My opponent has none. I have 30 years as a law enforcement officer. My opponent has none. I have 18 years as a Boy Scout and adult Boy Scout leader. My opponent has none of that. I will go to Congress with common sense, fiscal responsibility, and frugality. I'm frugal with my money. I'll be frugal with your money. I will not take earmarks with one exception. Every chance I get, I will take 20% out of the appropriations bill, and I'm going to earmark those for the deficit. And we're going to hold the spending at 80% and try to get ourselves back in some fiscal shape here. We owe it to our children and our grandchildren to leave them a country in at least as good a shape as we've got it. At the moment, China owns a huge chunk of our debt. We are living off borrowed time and borrowed money. My opponent sees no end to the deficit and is willing to spend anything he wants and anything that's necessary to get him reelected. I am not. I will go there not to make friends. I will not work for Nancy. I will not work for Barack. I will not work for John Boehner. I will go there to work for the district and my neighbors and the people who elect me. I will be your voice. And you're thinking to yourself, well, he's talking like a politician. I've never been a politician before. I have life experience, I have credibility, I have integrity, and I have the willpower to go there and do what needs to be done. My opponent does not. Thank you for the opportunity to speak to you.